Hello and welcome, my name is Achivement and this is my new Let's Play series of Europa Universalis IV, where we will be playing as Denmark. And this Let's Play will be until the next patch. And we'll be doing an achievement in this one as well. And it will be the Iron Prize. Restore the Danelaw region to Danish rule and make it Danish culture. So, what do we have to do? Well, we have to take over this, and this province from the English, core them and make them into Danish culture. And of course the reason for this is that they used to be owned by the Vikings way back when. And of course at that point they were Danish Vikings. So that's what we have to do. How are we gonna do this? Well, probably not right away, but what we're gonna do is basically integrate Holstein, integrate Norway, which gives us a island here, Orkney, so we can start fabricating on Scotland. While we wait for those things, we're gonna try to expand our kingdom down here in Germany, and then we can go to war with Scotland and get some land there. Hopefully by that time also integrate Sweden, so we can have enough soldiers to actually go to war with England, which we can of course fabricate on since we have Scottish territory. So that's the basic idea. There's gonna be a lot of ifs and whens and things in between, and of course we're gonna try to be opportunistic and take as much land as possible, but for now that's basically what we want to do. Anyway, first of all we need to deal with this rebel, so let's get a leader for this army. Let's hope for a good roll. That was a shitty roll. You go there. We have to choose some rivals. We already have Scotland rivaling us, so let's just rival them right back. Then we have Bohemia and Hungary. So let's figure out, we need someone to help us against Sweden, and Novgorod is a good choice there. So maybe if we could we do it to the Livonian Order? No. We can rival Lithuania. Can we get an alliance with Poland though? Because that would be amazing. No, we cannot. We can get an immediate alliance with the Livonian Order, but that would mean that we would never get an alliance with Novgorod. So who do we want more? I would probably want Novgorod more because they border Sweden and Livonian Order might never actually get there. Could also get an alliance with Pomerania. I think that's probably gonna be it. Yeah. I think we're gonna take the alliance here. We're gonna try to work on Novgorod. And to do this we're gonna rival Lithuania. And what is the last one gonna be? Like, we are gonna go up against England at some point, but not now. I'm thinking since Bohemia already rivaled us, we might as well rival them back. We won't really be going to war with them anytime soon, but at least we'll get the points, and then by the time we need another rival we can probably change it. So I think that's good. For our fleet we're gonna send you out to protect trade in the Lübeck trade node, and our merchants are placed up here pushing down in Lübeck and down here pushing up to Lübeck. And I think that is good. The other choice would be the North Sea, but there's not as much money there, so yeah. Missions, we have Danish trade, really hard. Like, it's a good mission, you get like good claims, but we definitely won't be able to do it right away, so let's solidify our papal relations, which of course means setting a diplomat down here, improving relations. And it seems like we can afford 2 of these guys. We can get a discipline guy, which is good. And an admin guy, I think we're gonna go for yearly production. How much would that actually be? Production efficiency would be almost nothing. Might as well go with the yearly inflation reduction thingy, which means we won't be punished as much when we inevitably take loans. Good. What else do we need to do? Well, I think I'm gonna buy up to my force limit. I think I'm gonna buy... I'm just gonna buy infantry. And I think that's it. Yes. England and Austria allied. Just hopefully that will break before we have to fight them. Lose sailors. Many join the ranks of the Navy expecting a more exciting life awaiting them with this opportunity to leave their home behind and see sea and land beyond the Danish borders. Not all of these are prepared for an often harsh and even more dull and boring life at sea. Stuck with endless repetitive tasks, food and company on longer journeys, many young sailors quickly regret their decision. Dismissed as daydreaming landlubbers by their more seasoned crewmates, they quickly become more trouble than they're worth. Some might eventually grow used to the reality of a job and become useful, but others do more good returning home. Well, gonna have to live with that. So, what do Denmark do? Well, we are a sea nation. We have yearly legitimacy, and then we have ship durability, and we will get light ship combat ability. We also have manpower recovery speed, which is pretty nice once we get that. Then there's some naval tradition, tax, naval maintenance, naval force limit, national unrest, and tolerance of true faith. So basically, all the sea stuff is, of course, because Denmark was historically a pretty big, did historically have a pretty big navy. Actually, we had the third biggest navy in the world during the Napoleonic Wars. Unfortunately, it was then sunk by England because we were in the pretty annoying. It's kind of Denmark's problem all along. We are situated here with a land bridge to the mainland Europe, so we could either side with England, which had a bigger fleet, or with France, who had a bigger army. So yeah, it's kind of shit choices, but that's just a lot of the Danish. And so we're done with that. Let's just go to half maintenance, down to quarter maintenance, and see if we can take Gotland back. And of course it's because we are paying for reinforcements and we have negative income right now, so once that's done we should be making a little bit of money, hopefully. Clergy is losing power. Let's see if we can get anything out of our guys here. We can grant monopoly charges for some prestige, and that will be 50 points. We can seek support and get 50 points. Guess we could give them some more influence by recruiting someone. Send an emissary, and then we can get 100, and here we can call for a diet and then demand some military support. So yeah, we could probably, no, I don't think we could really have done anything else with the burghers, unfortunately. Could have got a grant them some territory, but not about to do that. Are you actually insane thinking I would do that? So yeah, the problem for Denmark is of course Sweden. Sweden has a high liberty desire. We should probably actually send a guy to improve relations there and see if we can get them to not want to be disloyal. A child, no. We can either, it's actually an okay, but it's a weak claim. And we'll get national unrest. A child in the reed. Suddenly something startles the animals, and before you have time to fire, it is long gone. You look around you. The water is in the small creek reflects the sunlight of a perfect day, and the reeds wave slowly before a light breeze. Is that laughter? We realize now what had startled the animal. In a cradle, floating around the reeds, lies a laughing little boy. Judging by his smile, you'd say he has never known fear in his life. So we could get a 4-3-4 air with a weak claim, lose 5 prestige and get national unrest, or we could gain 5 ducats. I think we're gonna go with the ducats because I don't want a weak claim and I don't want all of those other negative things. And now we get fairly okay air. It's always shit when you get 0 admin points. So we got Gotland back in good time, which is good. Now we just need to get these last people reinforced. Gonna go to full reinforcement and get it done quickly. That is some weird music. Can we go to the next one? Yeah. That was weird. Well, it was Swedish, so obviously it was weird. Gonna go to low maintenance so we don't have to take a loan. Why are we suddenly making... it must be because we're making less on the trade than we did in the start of the game, because... yeah, we're making less. Because at the start of the game we could actually afford these two. It doesn't seem like we can afford them both right now. Which is kind of a shame. Okay, is there anything else we can do with our diplomats? How are the Liberty Desire looking? Oh, the negative prestige is hurting us. That is of course ticking away slowly because it's a negative, but oh, it's below 50 now, so that's good. How is Novgorod doing? We cannot get the alliance quite yet. We also need to do some things with Holstein so we can get their relationship before we actually have to take them over. Although it's probably some years. Yeah, it's not till 54, so we can wait a little bit with that. We should probably also... I always forget about this, but we should probably mothball all of our forts. That will give us a lot of income. I think I might even get rid of the one on Gotland altogether. This will make us a lot more money. 2 gold. Let's see if we can reinforce the last men there. This is gonna be awesome. Having a full army will also help with the Swedes not wanting to get free. Yeah. So this is gonna be a slow game to start with. Get 40 military power for 14 ducats. Yeah, we're gonna have to do that. So we probably cannot in any way make that money up in 1 month. So we might as well go to full payment and get those men back. And we got the solidified papal relations thing. And we can get an alliance here now, so let's call this guy back and get that alliance. Very nice. And then I'm gonna send that guy to Holstein and improve relations. And we need to do a new mission. It will be some time before we can incorporate Holstein, but then again I don't think we'll be able to get our prestige up anytime soon. When can we do this? I think we're just gonna not have a mission, because there's no reason to choose a mission that's locked for like 7 years. Disputed succession of Scotland and England. Could we get a royal marriage over here? Oh, they're rivals, of course. Could be sweet to just get the English crown. Get it that way. That would be pretty sweet. Talking of sweet, let's... Oh, we should probably set this army maintenance down. How are the Swedes? They're actually pretty okay now. Events and province defections. Wonder what that is. Holstein. Ooh, that was actually an interesting thing. Didn't know we could do that. Should we see from come? No, not from. Maybe from Norway. When can we integrate Norway? We can do that in '94. That's a while away. What about Sweden? Also '94. That's a while away. Gets its 50 years from the start of the game. So not a lot happening in this first episode, but we are kind of a small country. We don't really have that much that we can do right away. Mecklenburg. Most of these countries are of course allied to all kinds of different countries. Verden, Saxelum. Maybe we could do Verden. Let's recall the diplomat. So Verden here are allied with these guys. So we could probably get a core there or a claim there and fight these guys. It is definitely possible. Oldenburg, Saxe-Lauenburg and Mecklenburg, I think we could do that. What about Oldenburg here? You are allied to only Verden. Ooh, I think we're gonna see if we can do a claim on Oldenburg. Let's sell a spy there. Because we could definitely go to war with Oldenburg and Verden. That would be no problem whatsoever. Let's march our army over here to Shetland. Corporate Holstein is still the thing. How is Sweden looking? Going down. So the problem is that they have a pretty high relative power of 83%, which of course it helps a lot that we build out our army. Maybe we should build out our navy as well. I do want to pay back that loan. Let's repay all the loans. And then we'll buy ships as we can afford them. It cost 20. Could we get any good advisors? We could get a trade efficiency advisor, but he wouldn't be able to pay for himself, and we wouldn't be able to pay for him in times of war. Like, I think army maintenance alone takes it up, and then also paying for the 2 fortress would be a problem. I think I may get rid of this one as well, because we kind of have a buffer down here, so that way we can make a little more money. And get another ship. Papegøje is of course a parrot in Danish. Well, I think we have too many diplomatic relations. Well, I think we're just gonna have to live with that. I need those alliances. So we're just gonna have to live with it until we can integrate Holstein in 5 years. Anyway, I think I will end this first episode here. We didn't really get that much done, but at least we made sure that Sweden is not trying to get out of this little union of ours yet. So, hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, consider the like button and subscribing. Especially liking this first episode will help me out a lot with this series. So, yeah. Anyway, I hope to see you in the next episode as well. So until then, have a great day.